Okay, I can see that some people are joining the room. Hello, everyone. If you can hear me and if you can see me, please type something in the chat. Yes, there are some people like Kinga, Marta, okay, Aida. Yes, something. It's a good word. Nice to have you here. We have 15 minutes, so it's gonna be really short time. Tomorrow I'm having like a 1-hour session slot. So the 15 minutes, hope you will get some elements related to the theme, like can testing be fun as regards the young learners? Okay, if you want, you can take mini notes. If you want, you can use your super memory just to try remember anything. But the most important element for me would be if you could just basically transfer the bits of information you hear, you get this into your learning and teaching reality. My name is Bartłomiej Janiak. I'm a teacher trainer and the assessment advisor, and I hope you'll have a good time this 15 minutes and the rest of the day. So let's start. This is a really important question because we'll refer to this question as regards our international certificates for young learners. So those of you who are dealing with students between 6 and 13, this is the session for you. If you are dealing with students around 40 or 50, you might get some inspiration, but probably other sessions would be better. So as you can see, just a few sentences about the International Certificate Young Learners. This is the English language assessment for students aged 6 to 13, delivered by Edexcel. It assesses 4 skills: listening, reading, speaking, and writing, and it's organized in 2 parts. Okay, so there is a spoken part and there is a written part. I highlighted the word fun English language assessment because actually taking International Certificate Young Learners is fun. However, in order to make it fun, you should remember that there are 3 components of fun reality. And it's not only about the exam, but it's about things happening before and after. So a quick question to you: if you can guess, if you try, type the reply in the chat. What are the components of fun? The first one, it's a GIF, just to give you a hint. Okay, so this is the first component of fun. If you could type something in the chat. What does this GIF represent? Surprise, okay, game, excitement, joy, okay, waiting, yes, the mystery, okay, Olga, the expectation, engaging, yes. So you were close, but no cigar. So the first element of fun is called anticipation, okay? It's not about the activity itself, but it's about building the feeling that, oh my God, oh boy, there is something happening in future. And this is the role of a teacher and the role of the group to build the anticipation. So now that there is a question, what can I do to make learners anticipate the exam? If you can share any ideas, what to do to make learners anticipate the test, actually, so that they would be looking forward to taking it. Any ideas? What can I do to make learners anticipate? A word, okay? Okay, build their confidence, okay? They will get a nice gift, no matter the result. Yes, thanks a lot. So these are the elements, the visual. They are taken from one of the best practices of some language schools that they were engaged in the learning and preparation for the young learners. First of all, make it visual and prepare a map of the journey. Okay, for the young learners, it's especially important for the young learners not only to tell them that, okay, we'll be learning and we'll be going through the stages, but they need to have it visual. So it could be a simple drawing just hanging on the wall. It could be done online via some editable file, but they need to see the learning path, okay? It's like adventure or the treasure hunt map. The second one, it's very important to show that they are making progress, okay? And sometimes it's not only by saying, but about demonstrating the skills that they are mastering. The hand would represent offering ongoing support throughout the process. And the last one, this star like from Captain America shield, this is something which has been very popular among some of the lecturers and the teachers, offering the signs of progress. So basically finding a mini stamp or a sticker and assigning the stickers to all the candidates, and the stickers would represent like a passing grade or a things that at the end of a lesson gives them a feeling, a tangible feeling that they managed to accomplish something, okay? So building a visual map, showing that they are progressing. The support is quite obvious. And the last one, this is the visual aspect, a stamp or a sticker or a signature, like a mini passport of accomplishments when they do the practice test, for example. But this is only the first element of fun. The second element of fun, can you guess the second component of fun? The gift should help you a bit. The playing, yes, Xenia, thanks a lot. Involvement, fun, thanks, Joanna. Total physical response, entertainment. The second element of fun is basically quite simple, but some people fail to remember it. The element of fun is basically doing. So what to do to maximize good results? So these are the elements I want you to remember, and I want you to do a quick check activity with you if they are present in my exam preparation. The first element of doing is like practicing. In our resource page, there are sets of past papers. So basically all you need to do is to download these past papers and create this and incorporate these past papers into this learning path in the map, and actually allow students to have the experience of taking the test before actually taking the test. The middle one means the doing, but doing means like a meaningful conversation. And there are three elements. It's not only about the teacher, it's not only about the learner, but it's also about the parent who is actually taking an active part in the learning process. And the last one, this is something that I'd like to pay attention to. This is the board game. Because the certificate for young learners, the speaking part, one of the parts is the board games. Okay, so the element of gamification, which is also possible to get it and to download it from our resource page and just introduce the board game within the lesson, so that the students and the learners would think that the board game is a natural process of every activity, not the exam itself. And some people at this point say that, okay, these are the most important components of fun, but there is one more element that we should remember about, okay? And this should give you a hint. Emotions, okay, thanks, Magda. Memorizing, Dominika, thanks. Repetition, it's about remembering and reminiscing, okay? It's how you're gonna remember this thing that you actually took the test or the exam. This is what's happening afterwards. So when it comes to the young learners, there's a really good question, how to boost positive memories. Although the exam is a nice, comfortable, full of pleasure and the element with this board game. So it's a nice activity that the learners are used to. But there is a question how to boost positive memories so that they would be actually encouraged to do more. The first one is our certificates. So there are three possible options. There is a distinction, merit, and a pass. But if a learner gets 2 stars only, they will get a certificate anyway. So all the students get the certificates. We need to make sure that they've got the sense of accomplishment, okay? So no matter your score, you will get the certificate. But the certificate is only one part. And then there is a next part, is what you're gonna do with the certificates and those feelings after the exam. So one of the hints, it might be engaging into meaningful conversation. So as someone said about the emotions, talking with the learners about the emotions. What did you like about this activity, about this exam, okay? What are your strengths? Sharing the information, looking at the performance report, sharing with them the strengths. One of the options, one of the best practicing is like making the memories, okay? So building the wall of fame, okay? So all the candidates who actually take the test are taking picture of, and it's either digital or physical, and it's hanging somewhere on the wall. And the last important bit is conversation, which is future oriented, because the Young Learner Certificate can be used as a proof of the achievement, but it could be used as a platform for further international certificates. So the certificate is a one option, but the second one is like having meaningful conversation, either with a group, with parents, or with individual students. So these are the three components of fun. Please remember that we need to build anticipation. And right now you know why and you know how. You need to make sure that the practice is present, looking at the past papers, looking at the additional activities. And the last but not least, remember that it's not only about the test and the result, but it's about what you're gonna do with this energy, which is present after they get the certificate. So you can move on straight on to the further and new activities, or you can actually spend an extra lesson and spend extra time talking about this wonderful experience, which will help them to build their natural confidence for the future assessment portfolio activities. When it comes to teachers and when it comes to our support, these are the things that we prepared for you. So you'll have access to the practice tests and tips. You'll have access to guides, okay, to all the exams. There are 4 categories. So you'll have guides to understand all the categories. You'll have access to correlation table. There is a vocabulary list we prepared for every level. There is a parents brochure that you can use when you will engage in conversation with parents. There are past papers that I told you about. The past papers are the best elements of actually doing and building anticipation before the real exam. There are editable past papers. So if you are in online reality, you can actually use them in online reality and asking the learners to complete the activities in online environment. And there are webinars we organize throughout the year just to support you. So these are the elements. So make sure that you incorporate all of them into your teaching reality. And when it comes to the International Young Learner Certificate exams, you've got the link to the official page in the chat box. Remember, there are 4 levels, and there is a really familiar context. It's about Brown family. Okay, so it's nothing that they are learning about. We tried and we managed to do it very familiar and friendly for the appropriate age level. And especially when it comes to the speaking format, there are fun activities like a board game or a quick question and answer section when they actually engage into the conversation about the topics of their interest, and they relate and ask and answer questions related to them. So these were the most important elements when it comes to building fun and having fun while preparing and taking the International Certificate Young Learners. If you are interested to learn more, basically contact your local PISUS representative. Just send an email, hey, I'd like to get more information about it, or I need to access the resources I heard about. Can you share the link with me? And that would be all. 15 minutes, actually 14 minutes of the session. I hope that you had some elements. That was quick and short and interesting. Yes, quick and short, like a nice single espresso. Okay, hopefully to leave you with some elements of energy. I hope you had a good time with me. If you're interested in next session tomorrow I'll have a bit more time. It's like 1 hour. So that would be all from me. Thanks a lot for being here, and enjoy the rest of the session today. Thank you.